Good evening. It is 7:03 on January 10th. Vernon Hills Park District Board of Commissioners, roll call please.
Commissioner Robbins, Commissioner Mullane, Commissioner Baloo,
Present.
Commissioner Kessler,
Here.
President Dorhofer.
Here.
Hawthorn School Board, roll call, please.
Lou Gada.
Here.
Jeannie Engelkmeyer. Jason Tron. Here. Sonali Patil. Here. Robin Cleek. Here. Gita Mueller. Here. Jeff Bard.
Here, 6 board members present, 1 absent.
Purpose of this meeting is for a joint school board / park board meeting to discuss the potential working together to build a kindergarten. If we want to start again, I'd like to introduce Jeff, and if you want to go through the slide presentation for all the new people out there, that would be great.
Sure, I'll just start with a brief introduction. In order to address increasing enrollment and space constraints within the schools, we hired DLR Group last spring to evaluate our facilities and develop solutions going forward. A review of our buildings and space utilization was presented to the community on June 2nd last year. A committee of staff, parents, and community members worked to develop information on building needs, and options were presented to the school board in a meeting held at Town Line Elementary on October 19th. Building options were presented at that meeting for feedback and further development. At that meeting in October, small breakout groups were set up to answer questions and provide additional information about the specific options. In November, a telephone survey and online survey were conducted to obtain additional feedback from the community. The results of the survey were presented to the board on November 14th, and the results are available online. Following feedback received, the core team met and further refined their work and presented 2 options for an educational facilities master plan that were presented to the school board on December 5th. Questions were received from the public during that meeting. At the school board meeting on December 12th, the board discussed the options presented as part of the educational facilities master plan, and comments were received during the public comment period on that date. Both options presented include construction of a kindergarten center adjacent to the Park District Sullivan Center. School board and the Park District issued a joint press release on December 21st announcing discussions to develop the kindergarten center. At the regular school board meeting last night, public comments were also received, and the board discussed the kindergarten center option as part of our discussions. So tonight is really about hearing feedback and answering questions related to the proposed project. Members of the Park District Board of Commissioners and Hawthorn School Board are here to do that, along with Superintendent Nick Brown and Howard Metz, board's outside counsel. There are a number of details that still have to be worked out. There are no final decisions that have been made yet, but it is an option that both groups have expressed interest in pursuing. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Superintendent Brown for some background information.
I'll go this way.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'll do a quick review again of some of our growth within our community and what we're projected to do. Let's see here. So we are a growing community, and this is an enrollment history for us that shows us from quite some time back to current. And as of December 2016, we were 4,364 students, and you can see the trend is increasing all the time. And right around 2008 is where the economic crisis hit the real estate market. We can see we still continue to trend up, and that's without any new additions. This is just to show from 2008 through kind of some of the enrollment numbers, total enrollments within the district, and show you where we're at as of December again, that we've continued to increase. As predicted, over a 10-year period, the average was 50 students, but over the last 3, it's accelerated from around 73 and then up to almost 90 for the last 3 years per year. We have demographic studies that help us understand how many students we might expect and sort of the breakdown of those students. There have been several of them. There was one done in 2013, and the guess for 10 years out for 2023 was 4,411. There was a revised study done in 2016, and you can see that the revised study shows an accelerating projection. This is Series C, the highest projections. There are 3 projections. The Series A is low to no growth. The Series B is what we've traditionally seen over years, and then Series C is what we've been experiencing the last couple of years. And if you fall somewhere between Series B and Series C, and you're looking at facilities, you really need to plan for Series C, because you would be strained for space if you went for a Series B projection and went above it over periods of time. So we are projected into 2016 to be about 5,000 students, a little bit above, and that does include estimates for some new housing that are coming on. Those were not available during this particular study. You can just see from May of last year to December of this year the growth that's occurred. We have come back from our holiday break, and we've enrolled at least 6 students since Monday for enrollment into the schools. And we know of others that are coming that have called up and asked them to come in and out of the So it continues to move along. So if you take where we're currently at in December and what our projected is, we believe there will be about 705 new students over the next 10 years. That seems like a large amount, but if you think for 10 years we've been experiencing 50 new students a year, and now you have new housing developments of almost 200 homes, that's not that far off of what might be occurring. Just some quick pictures indicating some spaces that are being used. This is a stage being used for music. This is a stage being used for some enrichment. We have art in a small gym room behind the gym. We're using every available space we possibly can in just about every building. Some space is being used in a way it's not designed. And so that does impact the ability of the program. The teachers are doing a wonderful job in trying to deliver the services, but we need to look for space. The Sullivan Center, Kindergarten Sullivan Center concept map, this is what I shared with folks. This is a concept. This shows you can get about 36,000 square feet on the available space that we're talking about. It has 18 classrooms. There would be 15 classrooms that would be moved there, 3 others would be used, some for special ed, some for other programming, some for potential growth. It has a large group instruction room that's needed, has some space here yet to be designed, and it has some administrative space. So there are some meeting rooms in there as well for that. But it is a concept. The actual, if we move forward, the design phase is where you get the details, and it might look different, but roughly we're looking at about 36,000 square feet for our kindergarten center. It is attached to the existing building here, and part of the concept is to look at shared facilities, shared space, shared services in any way we can with the park district and with the library. The library is right over here. You can see that there's no identified library space, because what we do is we partnering with the library to have materials brought over, and in good weather we might track over there. We'd also make our large group instruction space available if the library needed it in evenings, and then some parking. We would be working with all entities to try to do some shared parking and traffic patterns. So this is just a concept, but it does give you an idea of how it might look and how it might work as we move forward. That is sort of just a quick review of the enrollment projections and what that might look like. Thank you.
Questions?
Any questions? All right, audience, this is your time. Anybody have any questions about what's been presented? This will be the shortest meeting that we've done in a long. School board, this is what a normal park district meeting's like, okay? No, we're usually 10, 15 minutes, we're good. So, with that being said, new business for the park district. Could I have a motion to authorize park district staff and legal counsel to negotiate the terms of an intergovernmental agreement with School District 73 regarding the development of a kindergarten center adjacent to the Sullivan Center?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Kessler?
Yes.
Commissioner Baloo?
Yes.
President Dorhofer?
Yes. School board?
Thank you.
You got anything?
Now, the school board won't be taking action on this unless there's a lease agreement to agree to. So we thank you for your action, and we look forward to discussions.
And with that, could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Kessler,
Yes.
Commissioner Baloo,
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, we are adjourned.
Break my heart.
Is there any other board business that anyone wants to bring up? Okay, we do have a meeting tomorrow to discuss the educational facilities master plan and a potential resolution to put on the ballot potentially. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
Motion by Jeannie, second by Sonali. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, school board is adjourned.
Thank you all for coming. If any